Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is calling for Acting Comptroller Kelly Hancock to be removed from office.
He launched a heated social media tirade after Hancock sent a letter accusing Paxton of not doing enough to stop the spread of Muslim groups in the state. KVUE's Daniel Perot joining us now in studio with more on what has turned into a fiery grudge match over school choice. Daniel.
Attorney General Ken Paxton called Acting Comptroller Kelly Hancock an incompetent loser and said that he is an embarrassment as the state's chief financial officer. The beef between these two gentlemen goes back several years. Hancock was one of two Republican senators who voted to impeach Ken Paxton back in 2023. Now, Attorney General Paxton wants Governor Abbott to fire him, but doing that is not so simple. A dust-up between top statewide leaders, spurred by this letter from Acting Comptroller Kelly Hancock to Attorney General Ken Paxton, criticizing his handling of Islamic schools participating in the state's new school choice program. In a fiery response, Paxton called on Governor Greg Abbott to remove Hancock and replace him with Republican Comptroller nominee Don Huffines, saying it's time for him to be fired. Hancock resigned from the Texas Senate last June after serving in the Texas legislature for nearly 20 years to take a role in the comptroller's office. When former comptroller Glenn Hagar stepped down in July, Hancock was chosen to take over. The comptroller's office oversees the state's new school choice program and is pushing to keep schools with ties to Muslim civil rights group CARE out. Governor Abbott declared the group a terrorist organization, though leaders with CARE strongly deny that.
We're going to maintain the safety and security of all kids that come through this program.
In a January opinion, General Paxton said Hancock could block schools with ties to terrorist groups or foreign adversaries from participating. Muslim parents and Islamic schools sued over the exclusion. Last week, a judge sided with them, extending the window for families to apply, ruling the state has to allow the Islamic schools to apply.
We're just here to make sure that the system is working fairly for everyone. Because when one group is being left out, it weakens that promise of equal opportunity for every Texan.
In his letter, Hancock says Paxton has not used all tools at his disposal to go after groups that he says are affiliated with terror groups and implement a new state law preventing foreign adversaries from buying land in Texas. Despite Paxton's calls for the governor to fire Hancock, it's not clear if he can. Under the Texas Constitution, statewide officials can only be removed by impeachment, though some Capitol insiders say it could still be possible to remove Hancock because he's only acting comptroller. It is worth noting that this is the second time in the last few weeks that a top Republican has questioned the actions of Paxton and the Attorney General's office. In a recent filing to the Texas Supreme Court, Governor Abbott accused Paxton of rushing a lawsuit against a program in Harris County that provides legal aid to undocumented immigrants.